Close enough. Welcome back, Berserk Fury. Hello, everybody. CG back. And if you didn't get the joke in today's intro, go ask an adult, because you're not gonna know. So this is the 5-2 Toys. I believe it's called Naughtysaur. And here's the box. And it's upside down. This is the Beast Drive Naughtysaur. I don't know why it was called that, but it was. And you might be wondering, hang on the box it has decals. Where are all the decals, CG? Well, how do I say this? They're water slick decals and regular old stickers. And while I can do stickers, water slick decals are a no-no. Not in this house. You ain't getting me to do that on your best day. So, you're gonna have to deal with the base. So, the way I understand it, 5-2 Toys releases a... Because under all this is a frame, and they release a frame and a set of parts, each one being a little different, because I know there's another set. Give me a little memento again. Alright, they usually release one type of model, and then they use it 2 or 3 times, and then build 3 versions of the same model. In this case, the Raptors. So, here's Wheel Raptor, which is the base with the boomerang spoiler thing on the back. Here's what I have, Naughtysaur, Raptor in drive mode. And then you have Righteous Guard. You cannot get Righteous Guard unless you get one of the special ones from... I don't know what website it is off the top of my head. But yeah, no. Made by 5-2 Toys, the same guys that make the Beast Box line. They make what is known as the Beast Drive line, which is not just the Raptor, but there's also, if I can, for once in my life, there's also a shark, rabbit, rabbit, squirrel, rat or mouse, a hammerhead, as well as, if I remember correctly, a gorilla, a wyvern, a pterodactyl, and probably a couple more. I will say this, you cannot get the rat normally on their store. I think it is one of their Botcon exclusives, which, if you don't know what Botcon is, ask a nerd, or at least a Transformers nerd. But in short, Botcon is it's a con, a convention where hundreds of thousands of different people come around to celebrate the phenomenon known as robots, whether that be Gundam, Transformers, or, in this case, Beast Drive. And another thing, and actually no, that's about it. Now, I'll get into vehicle mode in a second, but first I wanna see if I can get this out without breaking anything. That is one thing I will give 5-2 Toys. A lot of their stuff is well held together. Until it isn't. What you see there, I will tell you about in a hot second. Alright. So this is just the vehicle mode. This is not Naughtysaur itself. At least that's how I understand it. Naughtysaur and its Raptor equivalents all come... Well, actually, all of the Beast Drive line come with a little version of themselves. Which, I will say, I did not do great on a lot of the... Because these come in... Give me 1 second. They come in the little Gundam framework sets. And you attach it all to the frame. This was entirely made off of one of these. So that's why it probably doesn't look the best. Because I do not have model kit building experience, at least until now. Now if I can get that to close. But yeah, no. That's the little guy. Sorry for the cut. Had to do something. Anyways, here we go. So, like I said, there are 3 of these. This is Naughtysaur, like I've said before. This is Wheel Raptor, the blue and white variant. As well as the one without boosters or any side gimmicks. Just these little, what seem to be like boomerangs, I guess. Spoiler in vehicle mode, but you know. And then here's the little guy. So this little guy doesn't have light piping. This little guy, however, does in fact have light piping. And then, well, this one doesn't have great light piping. It does have light piping. And, dang it. So does the big guy up here. It's not great with the light on, obviously. But these are the boys. All set and ready. Obviously, the visual differences, white, blue, frame color differences. This one's got a lot more dark grays and a very dark navy blue. This was a lot more orange and a dark gray. Very well set, very well done. Moving over to transformation, and if I can get this guy back in. Oh, also, these both have the same articulation. Head can go forward, tail can lift back. And you have to do that in order to sit the guys in little cockpits back here. There we go. I find Wheel Raptors is easier because it's clipping onto the outer edge of the cockpit and not the clear plastic part. So fold that down, and now he's inside. Just so I can show you. And then Soar's is more difficult. I'm not calling in by the full thing, because his clips into this orange glass, the orange clear piece that came off incredibly easy for whatever reason. Settle that guy in, and there you go. Got a lot more robot kibble to deal with because of Naughtysaur's. Well, I guess I should just show you. So, watch and learn, ladies and gentlemen, because this is just standard. Wheel Raptor doesn't have any gimmicks, because obviously we've only got these little blue pieces. This one, however, fold these out, fold the boosters like this, and set the things again if you have to. It's the one downside about these is that some of the parts click in, some of them don't. These boosters and the things they're attached to do not. Regardless, here's a Naughtysaur in its technically correct transformation. I call the other one with the fins back standard mode. This is boost mode. And I imagine if... yeah, here we go. I imagine doing this would allow him to just boost along the ground a ton and allow him to effectively roller skate with its rider. Anyways, getting into actual vehicular transformation, push these in so the point is on top of the bolt here. There you go. Do the same for the other one. Rotate. There you go. Put the shoulder pads down enough. And now you're going to go under the base of the body and push, lifting up the cockpit section. And full 180, as well as moving the tail around a bit. Or, well, straighten the tail out, I guess. There you go. Lift up the cockpit the rest of the way. Just to make sure I can still get the sucker out. Okay, now take the head and entirely flatten and straighten it out. Take the arms, and the arms have a little cutaway for the ball joint. You're going to lift up and rotate in. And make sure that these little blades here are flat entirely, and the claws being toward that way. And then move the booster pads out of the way a little more. And then cockpit rest of the way up. You're going to push that all the way under the cockpit and the rest of the torso. Now situate the legs like this on both sides. And then have the boosters like this on both sides of the legs. Just cleared away, then rotate them back so the pin on this end is facing up. Extend the leg on the opposite side. And then lower the front of the hood. And there are small little indents here that'll slide into a tab set that is on the cab here. So make sure those line up along with the peg hole on the front of the vehicle. And it all should either slide or snap in nice and tight. Now for the annoying part, lift up this section. And it'll hopefully peg into place. Rotate these around. Rotate the thrusters to face the same direction as the front of the vehicle. And voila! And there's Naughtysaur in vehicle mode. Something I forgot. The head on both Naughtysaur and Wheelraptor, and I'm guessing Righteous Guard, has this little slot here. And then there's a little peg on the tail that you can barely see right now. There you go. That peg is going to go into the little slot on the raptor head. Obviously get the head and the arms situated first. And then all you have to do is press and it'll click into place. And here you go. Like I said, while they do have the same frame, they look exceptionally different outside of, like, you know, main base. And the whole idea behind this is that you can also swap certain parts. So, like, you couldn't swap the glass parts of Wheelraptor and Naughtysaur, but you could swap, like, the actual cockpit pieces as a whole. Not to mention the little spoiler fins on the back here, with the boosters on this one. You could try swapping the head pieces, but you would need, like, everything including the light piping to go with it. You could probably swap the front ends. You could do the little blue fins on the side here, which actually, those are supposed to be up, I think. Whatever. Here we go. And voila! Anyways, that's been my review on 5-2 Toys Naughtysaur and technically also Wheelraptor. Thank y'all for watching. CG out!